In the 2023-24 Leicester City season, there were a few players that stood out, but none had the same impact as Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall. Dewsbury-Hall served as the driving force behind a side which created the most big chances and accumulated the highest expected goals per 90 in the championship. This is Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall's player profile and analysis. Dewsbury-Hall, who was born in Nottinghamshire, England on September 6, 1998, is of Irish ancestry. His mother's side grandmother gave him ancestry in Malaysia as well. He also grew up in Shepshed, Leicestershire. At the age of 8, he played with the Shepshed Dynamo Warriors of the Leicester Mutual League's under 8 and under 9 divisions before joining the Leicester City Academy in 2006. In 2017, he agreed to a professional contract with the team, and the following year, he was named the Player of the Year for the development squad. Loans and first team breakthrough. Dewsbury-Hall made his first team debut in a 1-0 FA Cup victory over Brentford on the 25th of January 2020, coming on as a substitute for Kelechi Iheanacho. 2 days later, he joined Blackpool on loan for the rest of the 2019-20 season. He scored a consolation goal on his debut the following day in a 2-1 away defeat to Wycombe Wanderers after replacing Grant Ward at half-time. Dewsbury-Hall signed a new 4-year contract with Leicester City on the 16th of October 2020 and joined Luton Town on a season-long loan. At the end of the season, he won 4 awards at Luton's end-of-season award ceremony, including Players' Player of the Season. He made his Premier League debut on the 28th of August 2021, coming on as a substitute for James Maddison in a 2-1 away win at Norwich City. On the 10th of December, he scored his first goal for Leicester City in a 3-2 defeat at Napoli in a Europa League group stage match. He scored his first Premier League goal on the 10th of April 2022 in a 2-1 home away win against Crystal Palace. On the 24th of June 2022, Dewsbury-Hall signed a new long-term contract with Leicester City, lasting until 2027. Destined for the bigger stage, the Englishman had been instrumental in propelling the team forward, orchestrating play in the final third and tirelessly contributing off the ball in the concluded 2023-24 season. All of this is in addition to his impressive tally of 12 goals and 14 assists in 44 championship matches from midfield, which is remarkable in itself. The 25-year-old had grown in influence under Enzo Maresca and now appears to be a more secure and mature player than the raw talent who broke through a few seasons ago. He's stepping up to be a main man and led the way not just in terms of goal contributions, but also in chances created and possession won in the final third within the Leicester City squad. Dewsbury-Hall typically operated in a double pivot alongside the deeper line high wings, but showcased a commanding presence on the ball, enabling him to effectively fulfill various midfield roles. With 3.93 progressive carries and 1.1 successful take-ons per 90, his close control and ability to dribble past opponents served as catalyst for driving his team forward. The midfielder ranked very high amongst his peers in these categories, which added a new dimension to Leicester's attack. Furthermore, Dewsbury-Hall's decision-making noticeably improved. He is now quick to assess his options in such situations and possesses the vision to consistently find his teammates. His 2.73 key passes, 2.07 passes into the penalty box, and 0.54 through balls per 90 showed a proficiency in chance creation that filled in the creative hole left by the departure of James Maddison in the summer of 2023. His intelligent movement and positioning pose challenges for opponents across the pitch. Offensively, an XG figure of 0.28 per 90 underscores a knack of getting into great goal-scoring positions, while his double-digit goal tally demonstrates an increasingly lethal finishing ability. Elsewhere, his positioning allows him to find pockets of space between the lines and in the half spaces so that he can always offer passing lane and help build up or progress attacks. All of this comes together with the fact that he had made 0.84 goal-scoring actions per 90, a figure that was unmatched in the English second tier. His natural creative instincts are complemented by his meticulous defensive work, all made possible by an inborn professionalism that is difficult to emulate. It's obvious that Dewsbury-Hall is a player destined for greatness. Combined with a relentless work rate, Dewsbury-Hall possesses a skill set that would seamlessly fit into many top teams. What Leicester City fans have to say. Beloved Leicester City fan had this to say about him on Leicester City-based website, The Fuzzy Way. In terms of output, nobody can deny Dewsbury-Hall had his best season yet for Leicester. With 12 goals to go with 14 assists, it was such a good season for him. It's not a surprise he drawn interest from Premier League sides. Whereas his development appeared to have somewhat stagnated under Rodgers, it flourished under Maresca as he was given a bigger starring role with more responsibility in the final third. Whether that was always intentional or a byproduct of not really replacing James Maddison, it was reassuring to see his output increase to help plug a gap. Even plagued by injury, we were so reliant on Maddison last year to provide magic, and this season it was a whole new cast who we would have been asked to do so. It's fascinating to look at all of the neutral fans who watched the Chelsea game that we would have had in the FA Cup and how he is viewed. Outside of Leicester, people rave about him. If neutral fans talk to me about Leicester, he's the player I most often ask about, coveted by those in our league I speak to. Rarely do players have a perfect season where they don't dip in form at any point, and Dewsbury had experienced that. Not everybody is convinced by him at the top level, but I love to see him prove them wrong. End quote. Mainstream journalists David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano comparatively reported that Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall could be in line for a reunion with Enzo Maresca after Chelsea reportedly made contact with Leicester City over a transfer for the midfielder. 25-year-old's future is one of the biggest stories of the summer, with Leicester City needing sales to comply with financial rules and with the homegrown midfielder their most profitable asset. The midfielder himself recently said that he is happy at the club, loves everything about the club, and had not indicated he wanted to leave. He did also suggest that he does not have full control over his own future, and the Athletic indicate that a move to Chelsea would be the only one to convince him to leave the King Power Stadium. "I've been here since I was a kid," he told BBC Sport. "I love everything about the club. I grew up and managed to play in the first team. I am happy. I've never said I'm actively wanting to leave. That sort of stuff is not up to me. You never know with football. The season's about to start, so we will see." Despite needing to strengthen their squad to improve their chances for Premier League survival, Leicester City will have to sell this summer. They are at risk of breaching the EFL's Profit and Sustainability Rules, PSR, and to avoid doing so, we need a sale before the end of Sunday, June 30, when the accounts for the year close. Comment your thoughts on Dewsbury-Hall below. Let me know if you believe that it is very possible that he will become a success at Chelsea. Do you believe that he will be able to come in and be that same impactful player that he was on the Enzo Maresca's Leicester City team? I'd love to hear from you. Like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys all. Thank you so much for 2,000 plus subscribers. I'll see you guys next time. Keep the blue flag flying high, and cheers.